Life. We can either be bystanders or creators. Now is the time to awaken to your divine identity and the power of the I Am within, to create a joyous and fulfilled life no matter what your circumstances are. There are answers to life's big questions, and there is a spiritual path that you can walk in this modern world that leads to soul liberation and ascension. In this dawning age of Aquarius, we're called upon to manifest the light of the mighty I Am presence to the world.
Hello and welcome to today's exploration of the power of your words. I invite you to take a moment to center yourself. Perhaps close your eyes if you're able, take a deep breath, and let's step into a higher awareness together. Our focus today is on the power of decrees, beginning with the inspiring verse from the book of Job. Thou shalt also decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee, and the light shall shine upon thy ways. And this is Job 22:28. This scripture is a powerful reminder that your spoken word, your decree, can literally shape your reality and the greater reality in the world. When you vocalize words with faith, conviction, and a clear intention, you're essentially calling on spiritual light to manifest specific outcomes in your life, whether it's healing, protection, guidance, or personal transformation. The act of speaking becomes a catalyst that aligns your energy with divine will. Now let's talk about sound. There have been many experiments with sound and how it impacts the physical world. One great experiment, if we could call it that, is where we read in the Bible when God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. The very first great experiment that was recorded, and a great key for us also. We can give the same fiat. Let there be light, and there is light. However, the Bible's not the only place you find this action recorded. In the ancient Hindu Vedas we read, "In the beginning was Brahman, with whom was the Word, and the Word is Brahman." Somewhat parallels the Bible. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Christian and Hindu, Buddhist, Jewish, Sufi mystics all believe that it is the Word that creates, pervades, and sustains everything that exists. If this is truly the case, then the Word is the most powerful creative force in the physical universe. There have even been contemporary experiments that have brought forth some amazing revelations about sound. Take Dr. Masaru Emoto's experiments with water in the 1990s. He performed a series of experiments observing the physical effect of words, prayers, music, and the environment on the crystalline structure of water. He had photographers take pictures of the water after it was exposed to these various conditions and then frozen, which formed crystalline structures, and the results were quite remarkable. Prior to the experiment, the water didn't really have any particular structure, just sort of random shape and form. But after being exposed to various words, both positive and negative, the water took a definite form. In the case of positive words, or in the case of prayer, beautiful forms resulted. When negative words or phrases were used, the water took on ugly formations that were not geometrically balanced. These are well documented and can be researched. You can also see the picture in this post of some of his results. Another well-known study in the 1960s is cymatics by Dr. Hans Jenny, who studied visible sound and vibration. His experiments involved sand placed on metal plates. Then he would produce different frequencies of sound and watch the sound move into beautiful patterns, unique to each of the vibrations he would use. And these patterns would be sustained as long as the sound was sounding and then collapse when the sound ended. So he also demonstrated this sound does affect physical matter. We generate creative sound using our voice and throat chakra, the spiritual center in our energy body located over our throat area. Think about how much more powerful it is to say and feel "I love you" to your spouse or child than to simply think and feel "I love you" towards someone. Sending that love through your feelings is very positive and must be included. But when you express it verbally also, how much more powerful and meaningful is it? Our spoken word is more powerful than we sometimes realize. Whether used positively or negatively, we are impacting matter and creating. The Ascended Master Saint Germain says, "Watch so nothing goes out from you except that which is harmonious, and do not allow a destructive word to pass your lips, even in jest." Remember, you deal with a force of some kind every instant of eternity, and you are its qualifier at all times. So those words, it's a tall order when you think about how we talk so freely without thinking of any consequences. But the law of cause and effect is always working. And if we want to have the fulfilled and happy, productive life we desire, then we must put into action the things we want to reap. Now, you might wonder, why decrees? Aren't prayers and affirmations enough? In the teachings of the Ascended Masters, decrees are seen as a dynamic, focused form of prayer, almost like prayer in high definition. By speaking them aloud, particularly with rhythmic repetition, you're magnifying the spiritual current that can help bring forth real changes in your consciousness and your circumstances, or greater circumstances. You, as a co-creator with God, can invoke spiritual energy and direct it for the highest good, both for yourself and for the world at large. For instance, you might say something like, "I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires." This short decree, repeated aloud with intention and visualization, calls upon the violet flame, a transformative spiritual light that can transmute negativity and purify your thoughts, feelings, and environment. Over time, as you incorporate decrees into your daily routine, even just a few minutes each morning or evening, you might notice subtle shifts, a lighter, freer feeling in your heart, a sense of clarity and decision-making, or an uplift in how you interact with others. So today, I invite you to take these words from Job 22:28 to heart. Consider the possibilities when you speak consciously and boldly, partnering with the divine to establish good in your world. Through understanding the power of the spoken word in the form of decrees, you will find a practical, hands-on way to bring more light, love, and wholeness into your life. Remember, "Thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee, and the light shall shine upon thy ways." Thank you for joining me for this short episode. In our next session, we'll explore a simple decree practice that you can start using right away. Until then, remember, your voice is powerful. Use it to call in the light and watch as it illuminates your path.
Thank you for joining us today. And if you enjoyed this message, please subscribe and share. Until next time, be blessed and keep shining your light.